Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rekah Kadash. Yahweh be the name of the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shah be the name of his only begotten Son, who they ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Now we see that the Russians done called martial law pretty much, and they're having a civil war. And so this is just how the prophecies pretty much was breaking everything down. Now I'm gonna go to the scriptures and see how these exactly how the Lord said that these Edomites was gonna fall. But first, let's get some of this video.
How many troops he has with him. Signs of active fighting were also visible near the western Russian city of Voronezh. He says his 25,000-strong mercenary force would go on the offensive against the Russian Defense Ministry, but insists the actions are not a military coup. Putin addressing the nation today and vowed to defend the country and its people from an armed rebellion. There he is calling Prigozhin's actions a betrayal and a treason. He condemned the rebellion at a time when Russia was fighting the toughest battle for its future with its war in Ukraine. That public address you heard there was a sign of seriousness of the situation. The two have known each other for years. Prigozhin, a businessman who became rich through the ties with Putin, winning lucrative government contracts while building the Wagner mercenary force, a shadowy private military company there that first emerged during Russia's illegal annexation of Crimea in 2014. Peter Lauren, Russia's National Anti-Terrorism Committee, has now charged Prigozhin with calling for an armed rebellion, which carries a penalty of up to 20 years in prison. I'll send it back to you.
Here's the one.
Now we see how the Russians are going at each other. And this is just how Yahweh Shah was breaking down how these Edomites' kingdom would fall. It's Matthew 12 and 25, it said, and Yahweh Shah knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? So this is how these Edomites' kingdom is going to fall, because they going to have civil war in their nation and escalate everything and cause this great tribulation. Now let's get 2nd Ezra 15, around about the 15th verse. Okay, here we go. 15. Let's start at 15. It say, for the sword and their destruction draw near, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hand. Okay. It say for 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So their kings and princes is talking about their governments, their rulers, their top leaders. See, that means they gonna have seditions, or it's gonna be civil war. And so here in Babylon the Great and in Russia, you got the two powers of the Edomites. They having civil problems with their own people. And so the Lord is causing this stuff to happen. This is what people don't understand. They just think, oh, they fighting against each other. Proverbs 21 and 1. It said, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So these civil wars, these seditions that's going on, see, within these two nations of Russia and America, this is the Lord moving them to do this, and He's speeding up the time to where He's going to cause this great tribulation and Jacob's trouble to reach its height. Now, what is it? Let's get 16 real quick. Verse 1. Show you how much the Lord is controlling it. How much He is in control of everything. Say the preparations of the heart in man, and the answer of his tongue is from the Lord. See, whatever these people are thinking and saying and doing, the Lord is in control. Is it 24? Proverbs 20 and 24, it says, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? See, because the Lord is in control, and He's calling these people to get close to World War III. It says here, verse 14, it says, for they are the spirits of devils, working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world. The Lord is sending spirits, see, to go to these kings of the earth and control their behind, to gather them to the battle of that great day of God Almighty. You see, in that day, let's get Daniel 12 and 1. That day is like no other day. Say, at that time shall Michael stand up, and the great prince which standeth for the children of your people, Daniel from the tribe of Judah, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that time. See, this is that great tribulation and Jacob's trouble. At that time, your people shall be delivered, and everyone that shall be found written in the book. So, this is what's going on with these two nations having seditions and going through these civil war problems, because the Edomites is pretty much is under attack by the Lord, and they don't even know it. That's why let me get my thumbnail. What did it say? I'll read it off the thumbnail. Salakia. Psalm 69:22. It said, let the table become a snare before them, that which should have been for their welfare, let it become a snare. And see, when the civil war pop off with these two nations, you're gonna have these missiles being a snare to them, a trap. See, they built it for protection. They built it to win a war or protect themselves and show them their power. But it's gonna end up being a destruction to them. See, a destruction to their rulership. You see, He created these things for a trap. And then when all hell break loose and these seditions and these civil battles go on in America and in Russia, this is going to cause them to push that C hip, grain and rice, charagma, what you call it, MO to the T to the B. See, they gonna push that. In these two situations, it's gonna be a trap, and it is a trap. See, it's a snare. And these are the two prophecies that's on the table. See, these are the two prophecies that's on the table, and the nuclear holocaust is gonna happen. All of these nations are gonna destroy America. And let's go ahead and get that. See, once they implement that C-hip and try to enslave the world with what Revelation 6 talks about, them trying to put a yoke on the world, this wicked nation, this black nation, which is the Edomites, the so-called white man. See, and that when they implement that black horse and trying to enslave the world, this is when fire is gonna rain down on their head. Well, that's Job 20. But let me get this one scripture first. Let's see, Jeremiah 50. Is it 9? Yeah, it say, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country." See, this is going to be Russia. This is going to be the NATO. They going to come up against America to get that nuclear holocaust popping. It say, "And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence shall she be taken. Their arrows, their nuclear missiles, shall be as of a mighty expert man. None shall return in vain." You see, that's what the escalation is going to cause. Let's get it out of 2 16. He say, let's get the key scriptures. Verse 7 say, "May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer." See, Russia is a strong archer. They got hypersonic nuclear missiles that can travel 4,000 miles in 30 minutes. It said, "The mighty Lord shall send a plague, and who is he that can drive them away?" What is it? Verse 13, it say, "For strong is his right hand that bend the bow. His arrows," nuclear missiles, "that he shoot are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world." See, you ain't gonna miss with these weapons that can fly. See, that's all an arrow is. This weapon that can fly a long distance, he not gonna miss, because when it hit, it's gonna cause a great earthquake. Let's go ahead and get that. It's gonna cause a great earthquake when it hit. Revelation 16 and 19, it say, well, verse 18 let you know what the situation is. It say a great earthquake, and a mighty earthquake that people never seen. See, the atomic bomb wasn't even close to what this nuclear missile is gonna do to America, or them nuclear missiles, them arrows gonna do to America. And America is Babylon the Great. Verse 19 it say, "And the great city was divided into three parts." See, you can't divide an empire of false religion into three parts. You can't divide Vatican into three parts. See, that's not no great city. That's a small piece of mess, and it's a church. It's not a city. It says, "And the cities of the nations fell." So it ain't just one place. See, it's many cities. Ain't just one city. See, they try to say the Vatican, because that's just one little city. This is Babylon the Great. It's got multiple cities inside of it. It's a city in itself because it's dealing with citizens. Uh, Citizens inhabited this great place, but it's many cities in this place, and they're gonna fall, and it's gonna be divided, and it's just letting you know it's gonna be destroyed. Now, let's see here. That's pretty much what it's gonna be about. It's gonna get second Ezra 6 and 9. It say, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this is the end of Esau's world, when he have sedition in his nations, and his two major nations, that Russia and America. These are the two strongholds of Esau, Edom. See, because they are the two major powers, and these places is gonna get hit with martial law like it's being hit, and they gonna start to crumble, and they gonna start to get even more desperate. See, once the desperation settle in, people go to shooting. See, once you see tanks surrounding your house and the police outside, and you know you is whatever guilty of the crime, you ready to have a shootout. Let's go ahead and get that in Revelation 12 and 12. It said, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. You see, when a criminal is in the house and the police done surrounding him, and he know his time done ran out. See, now he ready to have a shootout and start to attack those who's trying to take him down. Verse 17, it say, and the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to wage war with the remnant of her seed. See, this is when Jacob's trouble is going to escalate. See, and the 2/3 Negroes is going to start to get slaughtered in these streets. It says, which keep the commandments of God and have the testimony of Yahweh. Then these Edomites gonna come on to the attack, and it's gonna get close to the elect. That's when those nuclear missiles is gonna fly. That's when the chariots is gonna start to cover the sky. And we living in these amazing times, and the vision is speaking. See, the prophecies are speaking very loud. But I'm going to leave it there. All praise to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rikakadash. Double honor to the elders pushing the truth. Peace to the elect worldwide. The blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, descendants of slaves, scattered around the globe on slave ships and through many captivities. Our kingdom is at hand. Shalom.